Neil Sean here. How are you? Nice to see you today. Let's have a wave. I wanted to share this particular story with you because I do think it's important to know or explain exactly the background to this. If you remember now, over a year ago, there was that terrible sort of interview, wasn't there, sort of video that His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, put out. It was all regarding, of course, the terrible situation that he, encountered through the BBC and the ongoing battle with Martin Bashir, and of course the ill-fated way, the ghastly way that he procured that interview way back in the 90s with his mother, the Princess of Wales. A beautiful lady, as I said, had her problems, wasn't infallible, but the bottom line was she didn't deserve that. The way that he treated her was deplorable. Now, as you know, her brother, Charles Spencer, who's a good chum, he's battling on against the BBC because, of course, his name was dragged into the mud for no reason at all, other than the fact that he was duped too. You have to look at the bigger picture. So as one source pointed out to me, this is all the more difficult for His Royal Highness, Prince William, as to why his younger brother, Prince Harry, will not condemn this. Now, as you know, we're coming up to the very final series of The Crown. It's the series that is the penultimate, apparently, and that has decided to depict the terrible situation regarding Princess Diana. There's no two ways about it. You do not need to recreate that whatsoever other than ratings. Now, as I've said to you before, I've been rather stunned because obviously there are respected acting names in there. Imelda Staunton, Dominic West. Clearly, people believe, that this is something to be associated with. It's all about money. They just really want to be paid. No two ways about it. But then they've decided to notch it up a stage further, which, according to a very well-placed source, has upset Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and of course Prince William even further, capitalising every last squeeze and drop of publicity for the Crown by bringing back Diana as a ghost. I mean, ridiculous in itself. Now, here's the story, you see, because as one source pointed out to me, Prince Harry does not like this, he's very upset by it, but can't condemn them. They are his employers. They're paying him thousands of pounds, literally millions of pounds, to work for them. That's the reason why they tied him up. Not too bright to realise that. Of course, over this side of the pond, Prince William feels that if Harry was to publicly condemn this particular company, Netflix, and what they're doing to his family, particularly the way that they're really being unkind and very ungracious about both William and Harry's beautiful mother, then that could go some way to some kind of reconciliation. And this is a serious point. Now, of course, Harry can't, as I've said, but William believes if he truly cared, he could. And as I pointed out earlier on, and I have to say, a very good source told me that William really would think a lot more of Harry if he actually had the guts to say this is one stage too far. But as I said at the start of this video, someone needs money to keep them in the lifestyle that they're now accustomed. Now, as we've seen before, when you look at sort of Meghan Markle, she refuses to say sorry for things, seemingly it's something that, of course, now Prince Harry's finding hard to do himself. But couldn't he do himself a lot of good if he publicly came out and said, enough is enough, and once again, possibly find a way back to reconciliation with his much older and wiser brother? One thing for sure is this: both Catherine and William will never be working for the giant that is Netflix. Where does this now leave Prince Harry? Will he truly finally ever have the guts to do this? I'd love to know what you think to this particular developing story in the comments below. It must be hurtful for William. That's always pushed out of the way many times. We always talk about Harry and Diana, but there's William too. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.